My hair is really static today. I went to see Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, so I thought I would talk about that today. I found that through a change of thinking and through watching the film, I found that I can now sort of be resensitized to the scary bits and the dark aspects of the film and the really creepy parts, and that's a really good thing, because I think for a while I was sort of desensitized in terms of that I just didn't want to watch anything scary, anything horrible, or but it's real life, and so that was a really good thing that I found and discovered about myself yesterday. I loved all the characters. I wrote some notes. Oh, I wrote some notes. So I've got Newt's name. I just thought it was nice that his name's Newt Scamander. In fact, his name is Newt, and it's a fantastic beast name, and it's just a lovely name. Emily Watson. No, it's not Emily Watson, is it? I've forgotten the actress's name. Okay, so there's an actress in it, but it's probably good that I've forgotten her name, because then there won't be spoilers. I've seen this actress play quite a few serious roles, and I was like, oh my god, she's in a film that's not a really serious role. And then she turned out to be the most serious, creepy character in the entire movie. And she was wonderful. She's such a strong actress. She's totally believable, and I didn't stop to think about her acting at any point. She was just like real life happening on the screen in front of me. It was her performance was just outstanding, I think. Really good. Yeah, she was a bit terrifying. The beasts were truly fantastic. And Newt's love for them. He displayed this love for them. They were like his pets, and free, and his interactions with them were so touching because they were so real, and they made the digital animation come to life, I think. Though his acting of interacting with them was so true to life. Were they real creatures? I want to talk about stuff, but I don't want to put spoilers in it, so I can't talk about those things. I'll just say lions and stuff. Okay, so then it was set in the 20s, which was a surprise to me when I saw the trailer, because I always thought that the Harry Potter world was just timeless, and there wasn't a time period. So I was almost slightly disappointed. I was like, oh, it's set in the 20s. Until one of the main characters shows up in a scene in just the best trouser suit. And she looks fantastic, and I want her clothes. And there's another character too who reads people's minds, and she's very beautiful, as they all are, and she wears fantastic outfits too. So yeah, I don't mind about the 1920s era for the setting of the film anymore. Okay, then I was thinking about J.K. Rowling and her pure, amazing. Just I think she's really incredible at inventing things, and her I love her writing. I love it. I love it, and the amount of imaginary creatures she has created, she's made up, is just I don't know how she can write so much stuff so well, and she's able to find and have all those phrases that just fit so perfectly with her other phrases. Magic scenes. Yeah. So I was wondering if they used any animatronics in the film or whether it was all digital. Because I know in the Harry Potter studios they have animatronics. So I was wondering about that. And I was thinking a little bit about old school special effects and the new school special effects. And I found that with this film I didn't really think about that. I just enjoyed it. And the graphics were so amazing. And they just seem to be getting more amazing all the time. So I didn't find myself wishing that it would be more like, you know, I sometimes think, but I want to see some old school special effects, like in Gremlins or The Dark Crystal or Spaceballs or something. And I didn't find myself thinking that with this film. I was just enjoying. Oh God, there was one really creepy scene where someone's being threatened of being killed. That was a bit disturbing, actually. I did find that I would have preferred not to see that scene. Yeah. Okay, moving on. I was thinking when I got home that, in the cinema too, I felt like seeing more landscape shots, like more cinematic. It's all cinematic, what am I saying? Open, big landscapes. But then I realised that the film is set in New York, and I think that the fantasy world within the suitcase represents, or reflects rather, the New York and how it sort of would feel, I imagine, because I've never been there, to be there. So I think that's great. I suppose I love big open spaces, so I like to see that in films where, you know, you can just run into the distance and things. My favourite bits, which I don't think will be a spoiler because it's in the trailer, is the teapot scene. And there's these beautiful creatures, and they're amazing because I can't say why because I'll spoil that bit. Okay, they're like blue sort of dragon snake things. And in the trailer, you see one fly, go into a teapot, and then it's trapped. It's not trapped because it likes it in there, but it's withheld within the teapot. And that scene in the film, that clip from that scene is really good. I think I really liked that bit. There's an insect, and there's that creature, and there's a teapot, and there's throwing things. So, and there's one of the main characters, I can't remember his name. He is trying to get a loan for his shop to open a bakery, and he's quite adorable. He's very likable. He goes along with everything. He takes things in his stride, and he's not overwhelmed by the magical world, even though he's as they call him in New York, a nomad. And he's very happy to go on the adventure, and I love that. He doesn't worry about anything whatsoever, and that's really refreshing, I think. Yeah. So, I have a little fantastic beast here too. This is Errol. That's him. We have similar noses, I've just realised. Anyway, that's Errol. He's swimming on the desk, and I sort of thought that the wire to the mouse is kind of like the lapping ocean, so he can kind of swim in the ocean. That is the desk in the mouse mat. Okay, so I wonder if you've seen the film, and no one's commenting on these videos. So, but if you've seen it, I wonder if you enjoyed it as much as me. I thought it was great, and that was my first proper Harry Potter film. I wonder if you're watching this, if you enjoy Harry Potter, the movies, or the books, and what you thought about it. Yes, okay. Yeah, I did think it was fantastic. And yeah, I did the Wile E. Coyote cartoons with the beep beep Roadrunner.